Former heavyweight title holder Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius are in the process of finalizing a deal for a pay-per-view fight October 15th at Brooklyn's Barclays Center in New York.
October 15th.
Hell of a fight.
Wilder contemplated retirement following a brutal 11th round KO loss to Tyson Fury in their October 2021 bout that was named ESPN's Fight of the Year. The 36-year-old Wilder hasn't fought since back-to-back losses to Tyson Fury in February 2020 and October 2021.
He does have tremendous power, and the only way he wins is to detonate that power against an elite heavyweight.
He last faced someone other than Fury in November 2019, when he knocked out Luis Ortiz to stretch his unbeaten run to 43 fights.
That left hand was blocked. Oh, there it is!
Helenius last fought on the Fury-Wilder undercard, when he scored a TKO over Adam Kovnatski in a second consecutive bout.
I'm ready to reintroduce myself to the world.
Wilder delivered perhaps his most memorable career performance in defeat.
I am the hardest hitting punch in boxing history, period.
He was given little chance following the second meeting with Fury, when the Gypsy King brutalized him en route to a 7th round TKO, but Wilder was able to floor Fury twice in round 4.
Deontay Wilder has put on a show in having dynamite in his right hand. He's become the most destructive force, the best power puncher generationally the sport has seen.
The Olympic bronze medalist is perhaps the most imposing puncher in boxing, and with a win, he could find himself in line for a matchup against Andy Ruiz next year, if the former champ defeats Luis Ortiz on September 4th. The 6'7" knockout artist has spoken about retirement following his second loss to Fury last October 9th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, but he appears committed to returning to the ring.
And we will rise like a phoenix from the ashes and regain the title.
Wilder has looked leaner in this photo than the fighter who came in at a career high 238 pounds the day before he fought Fury a third time. Wilder was knocked down 3 times during his third fight with Fury, once apiece in the 3rd, 10th and 11th rounds. The hard-hitting Wilder also floored Fury twice during the 4th round. When it appeared the bronze bomber might regain the WBC belt, he lost to Fury by 7th round technical knockout in their February 2020 rematch at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
But I make no excuses tonight.
The 38-year-old Helenius isn't an elite-level heavyweight, but his power will at least test Wilder's resolve after a brutal knockout loss to Fury. The 6'6", 246-pound Helenius has stopped one-time contender Adam Kovnatski in back-to-back bouts. The 36-year-old American was rushed into the 2008 US Olympic team with less than 3 years of boxing experience under his belt.
Yeah, he has height and he has reach, but he's very green.
He earned the bronze medal and gave himself the nickname, the Bronze Bomber.
I'm a heavyweight champion of the world one day, baby.
He then decided to turn pro, and he had his first fight on November 15th, 2008.
Deontay Wilder is a project. He has a great right hand, like you said, he has size.
Deontay Wilder wasn't fighting a high level of competition early in his career. He was destroying those he did fight, and he was fighting often. The wins over Audley Harrison, Sergey Liakovitz, Malik Scott, and Jason Gavern made Wilder the mandatory challenger for the World Championship held by Birmain Stiverne.
Sometimes when I hit these guys, I feel the structure of the bones in my hands, and when I feel that...
Wilder failed to keep his chaos streak alive but easily won a 12-round unanimous decision to become the first US-born fighter to hold the heavyweight title since Shannon Briggs in 2007.
I want to bring excitement back to the heavyweight division.
Wilder up his new stoppage streak with victories over Eric Molina, Johan Duhaupas, Artur Zbilka, Chris Arreola, Gerald Washington, and again Steve Earn.
If he hits you with his right hand, it's a totally different ballgame.
Unbeaten Cuban Luis Ortiz challenged Wilder for a fight, which Wilder accepted for March 2018. Wilder was hurt badly in round 7 by a left hand for Ortiz, but overcame difficulty and knocked Ortiz out in round 10 to retain his WBC title.
And I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me.
On December 1st, 2018, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury fought to a split decision draw and overcame 2 knockdowns by Wilder, including an explosive one in the final round.
Magically, somehow, this man got up.
Since their first meeting, Wilder has enhanced his reputation as the most fearsome puncher on the planet, delivering 2 brutal knockouts in his 2 fights in 2019 against Dominic Breazeale and Luis Ortiz. For Wilder's second fight against Fury, he bulked up to the 231 pounds from the 212 pounds that he weighed for his first match against the big 6'9" Brit. In that fight, Wilder looked tired and lethargic. The last time Wilder was in the ring, he suffered an 11th round TKO loss in the third installment of the trilogy against his arch-rival Tyson Fury. 10 months later, Wilder is ready to get back in the mix and journey down the road to redemption.
I want to be known for something great, for something I did, just like Larry Holmes.
Wilder's first test will come against Robert Helenius.
We'll see a better version of Deontay Wilder.
A native of Stockholm, Sweden, Helenius is currently riding a 3-fight win streak, and he holds notable wins over former heavyweight champions Lemon Brewster, Samuel Peter, and Sergey Liakovitz. Despite the early success he had in his career, Helenius hasn't been nearly as impressive in the last 6 years, falling to Johan Duhaupas, Dillian Whyte, and Gerald Washington. When Wilder meets Helenius in the ring, it will be the first time Wilder has stepped inside of the ring with someone other than Tyson Fury, since he knocked out Luis Ortiz back in November 2019.
I think the world's looking forward to seeing Deontay Wilder back.
The expectation of this fight is Wilder collecting his 43rd career victory and moving on to the next phase. If we look ahead and view the heavyweight landscape, the $1 million question is, will the champion or any of the top heavyweight contenders have a shot at beating Wilder?
Wilder has shown you can't blink for a second with him because it takes 1 punch.
Tyson Fury was able to defeat Wilder twice, but Fury is an excellent boxer and he held all of the physical advantages.
I'm ready when you are, big dog. Let's go.
If you match Wilder up with the current top heavyweights in the division, none of them possess all of these advantages.
They have to be perfect. For 12 rounds, I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds.
Many have questioned Wilder's boxing skills and make an argument in regards to the top heavyweights outboxing him. But the problem is the fact that eventually Wilder will touch the opposition with his right hand.
His right hand is like getting hit by a sledgehammer.
Can any of these talented heavyweights survive the bronze bomber's right hand?
Will Deontay Wilder always find that one punch?
He's a smart fighter. A lot of people don't give him that credit, but he's a smart fighter. He knows where to hit.
On October 15th, a week prior to his 37th birthday, Deontay Wilder will resume his boxing career and begin his quest to become a 2-time heavyweight champion.